This is a video about how to set up the virtual parent-teacher conferences. Before we start, a couple of things. All staff are going to set their appointments to post at the same time. That will be Monday, November 13th at 9 a.m. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. We do not notify parents when we set up the post. This is a change from last year. Instead, the building principals will send out one email alerting parents. Parents will go to ParentSquare and sign up on your appointment slots. I'm going to set up 3 hours or 180 minutes of total appointment time. So I'm going to do 10-minute appointments, so I'll set up 18 of them. And the conferences will take place during the last week of November and first week of December. So that's November 27th through December 8th. Before we start, we need 2 tabs open. So we need ParentSquare open, and we need Google Calendar open as well. If you don't know how to get to Google Calendar, just make a new tab in your Chrome browser. Come over here to the waffle, go ahead and select that, and one of your choices will be Calendar. When you select Calendar, it'll look something like this. I can see here I'm in the month of November, and I'm going to now do step number 1. So step number 1 is to generate the Google Meet link that you'll be using for all your conferences. So to do that, I come over here to where it says create and hit that drop down, and I choose the first item, event. When you do that, you'll see a screen looks like this. Go ahead and give it a title. Just call my parent conferences. And you're going to need to choose a date or leave the default date. It's up to you. So right here is the date that this event is being created on. It really doesn't matter what date you create it on. You just need to remember where it is so you can go back to start the Google Meet for each time you conference. So I'm going to change mine to November 13th. That's easier for me to remember. Okay? And again, the time doesn't matter at all. Next, we need to add or generate the Google Meet video conferencing link. So I click on this, and you can see right here it generated the link. This is the link I'll be using over and over again when I do my Google Meets. Okay, before I hit save in the lower right, I want to come over to the gear and just check the settings. So let's go ahead and click on that. There's a few things you need to look at in here. So at the top where it says meeting moderation, host management, you'll want that turned on. That just gives you more control over the Google Meet. Underneath that where it says let everyone, okay, this is up to you. Do you need parents to share their screen or send chat messages? If so, leave them on. I'm going to turn these off. I don't want my parents doing that. Don't need them to do that. Let me scroll down to the bottom here. Okay, so at the very bottom where it says meeting access type, you're going to want to select the one on the bottom, restricted. This allows you to keep parents in the waiting room until you're ready to bring them into the Google Meet, and you click the admit button to let them in. Once that's set, you click save in the lower right, and then save again. And here it is. I created my event. When it's time for me to actually do the video conference, I come back to the calendar, I find the event, click on it, and I would click right here, join with Google Meet, and that would start my Google Meet, start my video conference with the parents. Okay, I can close this for now. Okay, step 1 is all done. So let's go to step 2. That's going to ParentSquare, and we're going to set up our appointment slots now. So to do that, you come over here where it says new post, hit the drop down, and select appointment signups right here. When you do that, you see this screen. Now I need to set the dates and the times when I'm going to do my video conferencing. So I'll fill that in now. Okay, so I've set up my dates and times. So at the top here, you can see I'm going to do my conferences over 3 days, November 28th, 29th, and 30th. If you want to add additional days, just go ahead and select this right here, add another day. If you want to remove a day, just select this right here. My times are going to be from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So the earliest conference will take place at 1 because I have some time during the school day. And my last conference after school will finish at 4. Let me scroll down just a little bit here. Okay, so recess. So I selected this right here where it says recess because from 1:40 to 3:30, I don't want any appointments because I'm teaching during that time. So that's called the recess time. and then it will pick up again at 3:30 and finish at 4. Scroll down a little more. My appointment duration is going to be 10 minutes. I don't want breaks between them. I'm just going to stack them one on top of the other. And right at the bottom here, I'm going to select both of these. I'm going to hide the names of the parents so they can't see each other, and I'll limit them to 1 response each. Okay, so this looks good. I click on Next at the bottom. Takes me to this screen right here. So I can see all my appointments are set up right here, and there are actually 21 of them, and I only need 18. So I'm going to get rid of 3 of them, and you'll see the garbage can on the right-hand side here. So if you go ahead and select one of those, it will remove one of the appointments. So I'm going to go ahead and remove 1 appointment here, 2, and 3. So now I've got 18 appointments set up. Okay, I've got my 18 appointment slots now. Let's click Next. Comes to this screen. First thing I need to do here is to come up to the To field right here and select the classes that I want to send this to. Okay, so all your classes will show up here. Mine looks a little bit different. I'm just going to choose 3 classes at random. Every time you click in there, you get the menu. Okay, so let's suppose those are all my classes. I'm good there. Over here, who should see this? You want to make sure that the parents are selected here. Staff really doesn't matter either way. This means staff connected to the class. It doesn't mean all staff. You actually could leave that selected. But you definitely want parents to be selected here. And then up here, this is really important right here. Okay, we talked about this before. We want to select Do Not Notify. Okay, because the principals will notify the parents. We don't want to send out an email saying my posts are there. Okay, and then finally down here, you need to put a little blurb, and you need to have the Google Meet link that your parents are going to use when they do the video conference. Okay, so I have my blurb now. I left the sentence that, the stock sentence that they had right here. I added this sentence, just saying to click on the Meet link below. I copied and pasted the Google Meet link in here. I'll show you how to do that in one moment. And then I signed it at the bottom. So I want to keep this simple because really this is the most important thing right here. They just need to come on the day and time of their meet and click on this link. So now I'll show you how I put this Google Meet link in here. So let's get rid of this and I'll put it back in again. Okay, so what you're going to do is go back to your calendar and find the event that you created. Go ahead and click on that. And then this right here means copy, right? So it's going to copy all of my Google Meet information, copy to the clipboard, close, go back, right click and paste. And it puts the Google link information in there. Now you're going to want to clean this up a little bit because it's too much information. I would not leave all this here. Like I don't need this at the bottom. And I'm just going to get rid of all this. Okay, the link is really the most important thing. And I'm going to actually make it larger, and I'm going to make it bold so it sticks out. Okay, so something like that. That's the blurb I want that's going to post on ParentSquare. So let's suppose this all looks good. It's ready to go. I can preview it over here so I can see what it'll look like for the parents. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. This is kind of what the parents will see. They'll see your blurb at the top, and they'll see the link there that they're going to use. And then underneath that, they'll see the appointment slots on each day. So they would come over here to one of these, click sign up, and they would add their name. And then when you come to ParentSquare, you'll be able to see which slots are filled and which aren't. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hide the preview right now. Back to this screen like so. All right, so I think everything's ready to go. Now the last thing I need to do is just schedule it to post. So for that, I'm going to come over here where it says Post Now, hit the drop down, and choose Schedule. Okay, and remember, we're all going to schedule our posts to hit ParentSquare at the same time. So go ahead and click here and choose November 13th, and the time is going to be 9 a.m. So they'll all go out at the same time, and remember they're going out without the notification. So make sure that is selected right there. Once that's all set, you go ahead and click schedule, and then schedule again. And then it tells me right here, it is scheduled to go out November 13th, 9 a.m. Okay, if I go back to my home screen right here, I can come over here where it says schedule drafts posts. I want to go back to it and just check and see what's going on. Let me get rid of this other one. That's an old one. Okay, so this is the one I just set up right here. If I want to get rid of it, for some reason, I would come over to the trash can here. If I want to edit it, just come over here and click on this. This is a link. And then I have some editing tools right here. I can change whatever I need to and repost it again. Okay, so this looks good. Let's go back to the home screen. So let's suppose it's the day and time of my first parent conference. So what I'm going to do is go back to Google Calendar and I find that event that I created. I go ahead and click on that. And I go ahead and click this right here, Join with Google Meet. And then Join Now. And then I wait for the parent. Okay, and I see a parent is trying to get into the Google Meet. So I can just click the Admit button. If it goes away, come back to View. And then you'll see Admit right here. Okay, you do not want to hit Deny. If you hit Deny to a parent, they're going to have trouble getting back in again to a Google Meet. So just leave it there till you're ready and go ahead and click Admit. Once you click Admit, the video conference will start and away you go. So just a quick review. You're going to first create the Google Meet link event in your Google Calendar. Then you're going to create the appointment slots in ParentSquare. All staff are going to schedule them to post at the same time, November 13th, 9 a.m. Make sure you put the Google Meet link in that ParentSquare blurb. Do not notify the parents. Building principals will do that. And conferences should take place during the last week in November and first week of December. If you have any questions or problems with any of this, please contact your local ITR team.